We're going to stay here with awareness in the belly. And you might just continue this passive breathing in the belly. But my invitation to you now is to gently exaggerate this backward movement as you exhale. A little bit of control to bring the belly back toward the spine, a little more than is natural. Allow the inhale to come. And then when you exhale, the belly button back toward the spine, you can feel it with the hand and you're active here, drawing it back. So this is going to take control and effort, abdominal muscles. And just continue this exploration now at your own pace. If it doesn't feel right, you can just let it go. This is the region of your solar plexus or Manipura chakra, which is the location of your inner fire or will. And as you exhale and draw the belly back, can you also notice lifting it slightly? So we've just added something here. Next time you exhale, draw the belly back and feel a lift in addition. So draw back and lift. This will require an activation of Mula Bandha or simply pelvic floor muscles. This happens automatically, so you might just tune into that natural lift, or with awareness and attention, you could emphasize that lift. So drawing the belly in and lifting the pelvic floor muscles, which you can locate if you draw a line between the sit bones. It's known as the perineum or cervix for women. Okay, emphasizing exhale, drawing back and lifting. Just 3 more times. You'll notice the inhale come quite effortlessly when you do this. Making this the last round. So inhale again and relax everything. And take the hand away and just notice how you're feeling, but maintain awareness now in the belly. So there is literally a fire, the digestive fire in the belly. And there's a subtle fire or an energetic fire here as well. And we're going to work with the solar plexus tonight, but it's evening, so we're not going to go crazy on, a fiery practice, but more a gentle awareness of this region. So with that awareness, you should feel a little alivening in that space. I'd like to invite you now to come onto your mat, onto hands and knees. So the practice tonight might use blocks if you've got blocks. It's no big deal if you don't. So blocks at the top of the mat, and later on we'll use cushions and blankets. Onto hands and knees, take the knees wide, big toes to touch, sit the buttocks down to the heels. You can bring a blanket between the calf and the thigh if you need to for your knees. Otherwise, inhale, lift your chest, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold forward and bring the forehead down to rest. It might be on the floor or on the fists. So just rest here. There's nothing to do, but as you stay here, you'll lengthen the back, lower back. You might reach the hands forward, press the hands down into the floor, or you might just have the forearms relaxed. So whatever feels right for you. And just notice how your breath feels here naturally. The breath and its pace, perfect for this moment. And the next exhale, can you deepen this by draw the sitting bones down closer to the floor? And then reach the hands forward. Inhale, lift the head and the chest. And then exhale, walk both hands over to the left side. And bring the forehead down. And make sure you draw that right underarm to the floor. You can have the hands together or the right hand over the left. So I won't demonstrate all poses, especially when I'm face down because of this room and the microphone. So staying here with a stretch now and feeling that all up the right side of your body, really ground the right hip and sit bone down to the floor. You might inhale now and lengthen that right side a little more with your awareness. And then as you exhale, just relax. Feel that lengthening and softening. Find both hands to the floor, and when you're ready, inhale, walk the hands back to center. You lift the chest and the head, and then exhale over to the other side. So over to the right or the opposite side that you did before. Head down to the floor and really roll that left underarm down toward the floor. So there might be the tendency for that left underarm to lift up. So I'm just suggesting be aware of that and draw that to the floor. And the left sit bone drawing down this time, and really feel the length from that left hip all the way up the side of the body, lengthening the muscles between the rib cage all the way to the fingertips, reaching out to the right side. Breathe into the left side of the body. Really feel and sense that stretch. And as you exhale, let it soften, resting down. Last breath here. Then we'll come back now onto hands and knees. Walk the hands back and find your way back onto hands and knees. So the wrists stacked underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Press the hands into the floor and press the tops of the feet down too. Okay. Draw the belly in, lift the chest away, and draw the chin in. Inhale here, lift the chest away a little more. And then with control, nice and slowly, exhale, bring the buttocks toward the heels, nice and slow. And then inhale, lean forward again. So with control, I'd like you to lean forward so the shoulders and wrists are aligned. Inhale and then exhale, draw the buttocks back to the heels. You can use your own pace, but I'm going to add here. Inhale, leaning forward, come almost all the way forward and move the chin from tucked in to lift slightly. Look forward, exhale, bring the chin back in line and then send the buttocks down toward the heels. We'll go again. So if you're following me, and we're inhale now to lean forward, come onto hands and knees. And just as the shoulders come over the wrist, lift the chin up, look up, relax the belly, and then exhale, draw the chin in, engage the belly, and slowly lean back. So 2 more like this. This is a little drill just to bring your awareness into the body intimately. So there's no cheating, you can't wander off. So your inhale, that last moment, lifting the chin and release the belly. And I'll invite you to feel here this lift of energy when you lift the chin. Last round, nice and slow. At that very last minute, we draw the chin forward and look up. And then exhale, back to all fours. Turn the toes under. Tuck the chin in. So we tuck the chin in to contain the energy. So you may or may not have noticed when you lift the chin, you release the energy up. Contain the energy, tuck the chin in, draw the cheekbones back, toes are tucked in. Inhale now, press into the hands, lift the chest away from the floor. On your exhale, nice and slowly, take the buttocks back, knees off the floor and lean into down face dog. Keep moving. Inhale, bring the knees to the floor, nice and slowly. Lift the chin at the very last minute. Exhale, tuck the chin, take the knees off the floor, move with control. and really slowly here. So keep moving like this. If there's something that doesn't work for you, by all means change this up. The inhale, we bring the knees down. At the last minute, look up. And the exhale, tuck the chin, take the knees off the floor, send the sit bones high, and work with a nice slow pace. Do this one more round in your own time, and we'll meet in down face dog. And you might find when you get there, your dog, your hands and your feet might be a bit close. You might walk them away from each other if that felt better for you. Pressing into the hands, so your down face dog. Press into the hands, grounding the hands firmly to the floor. Bend the knees generously now. As you bend the knees, keep the weight leaning back, lift the sit bones up high. So you lengthen the spine. And then if you decided that you want to straighten the legs, if they're feeling tight, keep them bent. Draw the heels toward the floor and keep extending the sit bones high behind you. And draw the belly in, tuck the chin in. Good job. Staying here. Okay, begin to walk the hands toward the feet. So different to what we sometimes do. Walk the hands toward the feet like halfway, so a short dog. And take the feet wide as the mat. I've just noticed my feet are covered in mud. I'm glad you can't see them. Okay, so you've got a wide leg, short dog. Hope that makes sense. Okay, pick up your right hand, thread it under your body, and take a hold of the left ankle. So it might be the ankle or the shin, whatever feels right. And then try to draw the chest through here, offering a bit of a twist in the spine. Draw the chin in. Press the left hand down to the floor, heels drawing down. And then release and come back. Right hand to the floor and pick the left hand up. Thread it under the body to the right ankle or shin, whatever feels right. And you're taking yourself out now to the right side. Or the chest is trying to draw through here, looking to the right underarm. And then slowly bring the left hand to the floor. Walk the hands all the way back to the feet. And we're going to bend the knees and bring the buttocks down into a squat. So it's not accessible for all people. If you've got a couple of blocks, you could bring them underneath your buttocks or cushions or anything that felt better for you. So if you've got tight knees, tight hips, this is going to be hard. And also tight ankles. So all of these things are common. So please work within your own ability and adjust as you need to. Elbows on the insides of the knees, hands together. Inhale, lift the chest. And just relax your pelvic floor here. Unless your buttocks is lifted like this, if you're finding this hard, if that's the case for you, please do bring the props underneath your buttocks so you can rest here. Relax the pelvic floor. Just notice how that feels. You almost feel a bulging there at the perineum region. So it's the space between the genitals and the anus. So just allow that to be completely relaxed. Breathe and imagine now you're breathing down into that space. So activating the diaphragm, draws weight down and bears into the pelvic floor. So just feel and sense your pelvic region here. There's no escaping it. You can really feel it in this position. Okay, we're going to begin to access this now in a gentle lift. Press into the feet. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, draw the perineum or the pelvic floor, mula bandha up and lift the buttocks up here. So I want you to be active. Now using the legs, you should be using the pelvic floor. It's not necessarily a gripping sensation in the pelvic floor, but it's certainly a lift and the belly's drawing back. Good. Okay, we're going to release. Hands to the floor. Lift the buttocks up. You're in your forward fold at the back of the mat. Heel toe the feet together, folding forward so that the feet are hip distance apart. And relax the neck. Bend the knees as much as you need to here. Holding here. And just relax. Look, it's not necessarily relaxing, but it is cooling and calming for your energetic system. So this is really helpful for you at this time of night, inverting your heart and your head, bending the knees as much as you need, definitely if you've got a sore back. Okay, begin to walk the hands again out in front, all the way out to the top of the mat, or wherever feels right for you, to now shift your weight so that you're in a plank position. Feet separated or together, and we've got wrists and shoulders aligned. Bring the knees down to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest off the floor, draw the chin in, and draw the belly back. Get a sense of your pelvic floor, and you might feel that by activating the muscles in the inner thigh, sort of squeezing them together, and that'll help lift the mula bandha or the pelvic floor muscles. With the toes turned under, you can stay here or lift the knees off the floor for your deeper plank position. Either way, we're going to transition now to down dog. If you're in plank with no knees, exhale now, bend the knees, almost touch the floor. Now we'll all join. Take the buttocks high as you lean the weight back and keep moving here. Inhale onto tippy toes, lean forward into plank position again. Exhale, bend the knees, almost touch the floor, send the weight back, lift the buttocks up high. One more time, ripple forward with control, and your exhale to send the buttocks high as you lean the weight back and separate the feet. Down dog again. Okay, holding here, press through the hands. And I'm going to step the right foot slightly toward the left. Sore shoulder or wrist, skip this part and join us in a lunge. Otherwise, exhale, lift the left heel up. Straight up, left toes turn down. Draw the belly in, press the hands evenly to the floor. Now, as you inhale, come onto the right toes, bring the left knee forward, round the spine, step the left foot through between the hands. All joining in a lunge. Right knee to the floor, left knee, left ankle are aligned. Okay, you can use the blocks if you feel like you need them, or if you've got a foam roller or anything else that might be a little bit more distance to the floor, if you needed it for your lunge. All right, chin in, belly in. Draw the chest forward so the collarbones draw forward here. Inhale, lift and shine the heart forward. And as you exhale, stay, but belly draws back. Get a sense of the inner thighs squeezing in toward each other. It's just like we did before in plank, where you get that sense of the inner thigh squeezing in. Obviously, it's quite different here, but that activates your mula bandha. So this is the base of your torso that gives you strength in your deep core muscles. Good. Okay. Now you stay where you are. Left foot is forward. I'm just going to switch mine over. Option for you now to take that back knee off the floor and extend that leg, the heel back and away. Okay. Inhale now and raise the right arm, palm faces away from you. And then as you exhale, begin to come up, raise the right arm up, flatten that right foot to the floor and come into, this is a really long lunge for me, so I'm going to bring my feet in toward each other, hands on the hips or arms to shoulder height into Virabhadrasana 2. So left leg is bent, left knee and ankle are aligned, arms opening here to shoulder height, fingers reaching in opposite directions, Chin in, look forward or look down past that left hand. Draw the belly in. Okay, Mula Bandha here, base of the torso, really important. Feel the inner thigh squeeze in, but for some of us, most of us, that's not enough. Feet ground into the floor, keep them where they are, but feel as if they want to energetically draw in toward each other. So feet can't move, but can you feel as if they want to drag in toward each other? That will switch your inner thigh on and the chain reaction up into your deep abdominal muscles. Virabhadrasana 2. Hold here. Inhale now, reach that left arm out and up. And as you exhale, left elbow to the knee. Inhale, next time, raise that right arm past the face and point the fingers out to that side of the room. Draw the chin in. Maybe you turn the gaze. We are going to hold this one. Left knee is bent. It's harder if it's generously bent. And keep reaching the right fingers as much as you can out diagonally to that side and draw the outside edge of the right foot to the floor, drawing the belly in. Please come out of this if you feel like you've got any discomfort, especially in your back. We're using core muscles here and tapas. Tapas is your inner fire, your discipline, your capacity to stay and fulfill your purpose even though it's hard. Okay, we need this in life. We need it in our practice. Couple more breaths here. Please come out if you really need to. We are working with the strong pose for a long time. Okay, we're coming out. Inhale now and come on back up. Straighten the legs. Hands on the hips. Turn the toes in. Hold. Just hold. This is your rebound. So there's a lot of energy that shifts. And it's tempting to throw in some flowing movements. But I'm going to encourage you just to hold. Close the eyes. Just notice how you feel. Okay. Turn the left toes back the way they were before to that top of the mat. Arms raised to shoulder height. Flip the hands. So the right toes turn in slightly. We're back in our setup for Vira 2, but your legs are straight, arms are flipped. Inhale now and raise the left arm and let that right arm come down. So lateral stretch of the opposite side of the body. Breathing here. Next exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Pivot on that back foot. And then exhale, take the front foot to the back of the mat into your down face dog and hold. Nothing fancy tonight. We're just using really strong functional movement. Okay, staying here in your down dog, or you could come to the knees if you felt like a rest. So activating your down dog, drawing the heels down, chin in, belly in. You should hear the breath with that chin drawing in, a little like the ocean. Okay, we're going to go the other side. So step the left foot toward the right now, slightly to the right. Remember, you don't have to do this next part. Exhale, lift the right toes up to the ceiling, the right toes turn down. Belly draws in, chin draws in, lower rib cage draws in. Hold here. You should really feel this activation into the core. And then inhale onto the left toes, bring the right knee forward, round the spine, slowly step it through, walk it through if you need. Left foot down, left knee to the floor. Hold here. Remember, you've got the blocks if you need them. Books help. If I could send you all blocks, I would. I love blocks in the practice. I do have a car boot full of books, blocks that I do want to give away. I just, yeah, we're in isolation now. Okay, holding here. Chin in, inhale, lift the chest forward, draw the belly in, but keep the gaze down or just directly out in front. If you like, you can deepen this now, drawing that back heel away to the floor, the back knee off the floor, holding here. Squeeze the inner thigh, so really draw the right foot to the floor. And let's take the left hand out in front, palm facing away. So flatten that back foot. Your inhale brings your body up, opens you up. Arms to shoulder height, palms facing down. Bend, it's the right knee forward this time. Good. And I did the right knee before. So I'm going to go to the other side. Your right knee forward. Your left toes tuck in slightly. Looking down the right hand if your neck's okay, or looking forward. Virabhadrasana 2. Get a sense of the squeeze of the inner thigh. Press the feet down, don't move the feet, but energetically feel as if the feet want to draw in toward each other. So you should feel that whole inside of the legs activate and engage. And that'll chain reaction up into the pelvis to support your transverse abdominis here. So the deepest abdominal muscles, and it's an energetic lock as well. Grounding and assimilating, Mula Bandha. Okay. Inhale, reach the right arm out and forward, and then down as you exhale onto that knee. So remember that knee bent generously if you want to take it deeper, or come up. Inhale, left arm past the face, like you windmill it past the face. Palm faces down, fingers draw out, forward diagonally. Press the outside edge of the left foot down. So long line between the left fingertips and the left heel. Remember that generous bend in the right knee. Organize yourself so the underside of your rib cage aims to spiral forward and up. Chin in. Now keep breathing, activating the lower abdominal region, squeezing or lifting your Mula Bandha. We're holding, remember, tapas. So tapas is discipline, fire within, where we push past those limits within us. We push past the limits of the mind. We transcend the mind. We stay with the body. We trust the body. Of course, if you're sore, if you're in pain here, you must come out. But I want you to determine the difference between discomfort and pain. Last breath here. Okay, as you inhale, come on back up, hands on the hips, whoop. Right toes turned in, left toes are already turned in, hold here. So what are you noticing in your body? Are you noticing your body shake because you've pushed it beyond its normal capacity? Your heart beating? Noticing your breath? And just allowing all that to settle down before we add to this again. All right, let's come back to our Virabhadrasana 2 legs with the right toes turned out, left toes turned in. Arms raised, shoulder height, flip the hands. Legs straight. Inhale, lift the right arm up, left arm comes down. So the opposite side now. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Turn on the back toes, lift the back heel, lift the front foot, take it back into plank position. So you might need to step the feet back. Feet together, wrists and shoulders aligned. Draw the belly in, squeeze the inner thigh, lift the perineum, Draw the chin in, holding here. And then as you exhale, bring the knees to the floor. Followed slowly by the chest as you bend the elbows into the rib cage and come all the way down. So blocks smooth if you've got them. And just rest here, one cheek to the mat. Just notice how you feel here. So just resting down on your belly with one cheek to the mat. Just allowing the heart and feeling the heart pumping down into the floor. And just noticing the sensations. Really good job. Okay, a reasonably gentle back bend to start with. We're coming to Shalabhasana. My mat's moving all over the place in this room, bear with me. Okay, your arms beside your body now and your forehead to the floor. We're going to move dynamic initially. As you inhale, lift the chest, legs and arms off the floor, chin in, and then exhale, come down, forehead, everything onto the floor. Inhale, come on back up. And then when you're ready, on your exhale, bring it all back down again. One more time. This time, as you inhale, lift, come up, squeeze the inner thigh, draw the toes as far back as you can and keep breathing. You will stay here. Chin draws in. You might even turn the palms in toward each other or even rotate. So instead of the thumbs pointing to the floor, rotate so the palms face down and the thumbs point out. Keep breathing. Chin in, belly in. Come down if you have sore back. Otherwise, little higher if you can. And then exhale, come down. Rest the other cheek into the floor. Relax. Just notice how you feel. So you're totally in control. You must keep yourself account. So just check in with how your body's feeling and your levels of energy. You take all of this into account to inform and empower your practice. Okay, we're building. Bring the hands out in front and the elbows to the floor, lifting your chest. You will already be in a back bend when you do this. So check in immediately. If you have that real sore sensation, it's a sharp sensation in the back, then I encourage you to walk the hands out further in front so that your chest comes closer to the floor. Otherwise, your elbows are in line with the shoulders, the chest lifting, tops of the feet pressed into the floor, and this will offer you some activation in the muscles below the pelvis to support your lower back. Draw the belly in, draw the lower rib cage in, and now draw the collarbones forward. So there's push and pull here. So the top of the chest draws forward with the collarbones, but the rib cage draw in and down. It's a Sphinx pose. And it is a back bend. It's also a preparation for what we're doing next. Okay, so the elbows need to be under the shoulder for this one. Turn the toes under. Exhale, lift the buttocks or the pelvis off the floor. And hold here, or rearrange if it doesn't feel right for you. You could even come up onto elbows and knees, but actually we're in a plank position on elbows. So your knees are to the floor, and if you feel okay to, draw the belly in, squeeze the thighs, lift the knees off the floor. So really strong here. You have options. Please listen to your body. Keep lifting the chest away, activating the back of the shoulders. And then exhale, lift the buttocks, walk the feet toward the hands. And you're in a down dog variation now on your elbows, or it's called dolphin. This is strong. Keep the belly drawing in. Notice how you're feeling as you lengthen the back of the legs. Let the head relax, chin in, neck relaxed. Exhale when you're ready, bring the knees to the floor and sit the buttocks into the heels, reaching the arms forward, head to the floor. Relax. So no doubt that's created a little more fire. And you can observe and notice how that feels for you. Okay, this is where you have options. We have various levels of practice here, from yoga teachers to long-time students to brand new beginners. So I'm going to give you some options, and the key is listening to yourself and being true to where you're at and being really safe in your own home. Okay, so from your extended child's pose, reaching the arms far forward as feels possible, bring the elbows to the floor. Option for you to keep the palms faced down and you're lifted up here. So I'll just cue that one more time. Reaching the arms forward, come up onto hands and knees. Exhale, bring the elbows to the floor. So it's like all fours, but you're not on your wrist, you're on your elbows. Palms can be face down or clasp the hands, my preference, a bit easier. Clasp the hands out in front. Arrange the pinky finger so it tucks in to the clasp so that you feel the outside edge of the wrists pressing into the floor. Look to the thumbs, turn the toes under now. And then as you exhale, lift the knees up off the floor and draw the gaze now to the feet. Keep lifting the shoulders away from the floor. And you're here in a preparation pose for headstand. If you are working with preparation, you might choose to stay here or lift the right leg and then the left. And that's going to help you build the strength in the shoulders. If you know that a headstand is in your practice, you could walk your feet forward to your face, place your crowning head to your floor and holding on to the back of the head. Now, headstand is not for everybody. Please don't do this if you've never done it with a teacher before. So preparation pose is an excellent way to engage the abdominal muscles, lifting one leg and the other, and when you're ready, come down onto the knees and just rest. So headstand is available to you because it's a key core activation. And it has an incredible effect in your body, but definitely not for everyone, and not to be done if you've never done this with a teacher before. So when you're ready and you'll finish your preference, just keeping my eye on you, then come into your child's pose. Good, everyone's in child's pose. Nice to see. Okay. So whatever option you chose, they are both equally strong activation into your deep abdominal muscles. And that's what we've worked with today. But in addition to that, you're also in an inversion. Your head and your heart are inverted. And there's incredible benefits in doing that, and particularly with this pose. Now we're just allowing the breath to return, to be calm, and the heart rate. And reaching the arms forward now. Actually, we're going to do Brahmari, bumblebee. Some of you know this. And we'll do it in your forward fold. My video's just moved, bear with me. So reaching the arms forward. And stacking the fists under your head. So that the fists are stacked and you have your head lifted, or it could be hands. And I'll stack my fists so you can hear my voice. So in your child's pose, knees might be separated or together, whatever feels right. Breathe now into the belly. Feel the activation of the belly as you breathe down And almost you feel as if you're breathing into your thighs. And I'll encourage you to practice Brahmari in your own time, which is a humming sound on the exhale. So as you inhale, breathe down into the belly, and in your own time, 3 rounds, exhale with a hum. So in your own time, doing 2 more like that, Brahmari, bumblebee sound. And with the exhale, make that long and slow. And you'll notice the deeper and slower the exhale is, the belly is really controlled and activated, drawing back toward the spine nice and slowly. We are beginning our descent energetically, and this is a great way to do that. Activating the belly and the vagus nerve helps to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. And after your 3 rounds, then just observe how you feel. You might even choose to do a 4th. Just notice how you feel. Now when you're ready, hands to the floor and inhale, come on up. It might be hands and knees or just walking the hands back so that you sit on the heels. Take the heels out to the side and please find either a folded towel, folded blanket, or even a cushion to sit on. So I've just double folded this cushion just so that it is dense. If it's not dense, it's not worth it. Okay. You may need a block, or if you've got another soft cushion, that might be useful to you as well. Okay, bring in the left foot in toward the groin, right foot out to the side. Step the right foot in slightly, and then the left foot over the top of the right. Okay, so if you feel that hip bone or sit bone lift, you can always bring the left foot back on the inside. So your choice, either over or stay where it is. I'm going to switch over. You've got your left knee bent. I'm going to mirror. If you need a gentle practice for your spine or you're menstruating, you'll take your right hand behind you and just come into a gentle twist, twisting out to that right side. If you'd like a deeper variation, take your left hand behind you and inhale, raise the right arm, and then as you exhale, right elbow hooks over onto the outside edge of the left knee. Inhale, lift the chest, and then as you exhale, trying here to open the chest out now to that left side. So it's the left shoulder that's drawing back. Take your head out of this equation 10%. So bring the gaze back slightly. It's not about the neck, more about the chest, and pressing the left foot down into the floor to stabilize your pelvis. So this pelvis or the base of your spine is steady, and the rotation in your spine happens at thoracic or the chest region. So just feeling that, noticing with each inhale, can you get a little bit more length and lift? And then as you exhale, maybe taking yourself a little deeper into the twist. We're not going to hold a whole lot of time here, but this is a really good way to cool the energy down and bring energy back down, rather than what we were working with before is lifting and elevating. So last breath here. As you inhale, turn the gaze and the chest back. Exhale, just clasp the hands and hold that left knee, holding here. Close the eyes, notice how you feel. And then we'll switch the other side. So extend the left leg out and the right knee draws in. So you might notice I'm doing the opposite. So I'm mirroring. So don't worry what I'm doing. Your right foot's to the floor. It's either on the inside or the outside. You choose. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter at all. But gentle twist. If you took it, then you're off over to the left side and you're just hanging out there. Don't push it. Otherwise, it's the right hand to the floor, and inhale, raise the left, reach up, lengthen the waist, and then as you twist out to the side, after that, bring the elbow to rest on the outside edge. You can have a stop sign hand, or you can form a mudra of your choice, which is a lock and seal, if you like, with the index finger and thumb joined in Gyan Mudra. Chin in, as you inhale, lift the chest. Remember, really ground that right foot down into the floor. Unless you're feeling like sharp sensation again in the pain. And if you let that foot go, the pelvis is going to come into the twist. And that might relieve something that might feel a little tight or uncomfortable in the spine. But otherwise, the right foot's pressing down. Your inhale lifts, lengthens you a little with the chin tucked in. Taking the right shoulder out and back. And your spine is on one line here, an axis. Just notice if you're leaning far back or forward. Just adjusting yourself if you need to. Last breath here. So our inhale brings us out and forward. And extend both legs out in front now. So the idea here with the prop that you're sitting on is to allow the pelvis to tilt. So hip bones tilt forward, tailbone tilts back, sit bones separate. If you have a sore back, you'll benefit from a little prop underneath the knees to help you bend the knees if you've got a sore back for our forward fold. Hands out to the sides, so press if you've got no blanket, press the calves down into the floor, draw the chin in, draw the belly in, lower rib cage in, lift the collarbones. Stay here. There'll be a lot going on here for you to stay here, toes drawing back. Dandasana, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, keep the lift, draw the belly in. Okay, keep this scaffolding, don't let any of it go. Remember, you can have the knees bent if you need. Inhale, raise the arms up, lengthening the waist. Exhale, draw the belly in, lean forward. Might be just a little bit. Inhale, come back. Arms are still in line with the ears. Exhale, maybe lean a little further this time. One more time. Inhale, raise, come back up. Exhale, draw the belly in. Tilt forward, you're leaning or you're folding forward. Remember, you can bend the knees at any time. You don't have to reach the feet. Your hands might be on the knees. Let the arms go now, wherever they are. Think about here, lengthen the front of the body. Chin drawing in, collarbones lifted, belly drawing in. And then just when you're ready to, you can begin to let that go and round the spine. But please, if you've got a sore back, you might just be in a slight lean. Knees bent and even belly resting on the thighs. Like Amanda, you mentioned you had a sore back, so I want you to be careful. The forward folds, especially if there's disc injury. But if it's available to you, you could even just fold over and relax, rounding now the top of the spine. Paschimottanasana. Toes still actively drawing back. And begin to lengthen your exhale here. So if you like, apply a count. Inhale for a count of 4. And an exhale for a count of 6, 7, or 8. And let go. With each exhale, can you feel energy release You might even sense it release through the base of your spine toward the earth. And as you exhale, feel the energy draw down and ground you closer to the earth. Last breath here. So just when you're ready, it's the inhale will move. So inhale, lift and lengthen so that you're not jamming the back as you come up. And then exhale, bring the hands back. Baddha Konasana, ultimate pelvic floor release. Soles of the feet together, knees bent. You can start with the feet to the floor and then open the knees, or just have the soles of the feet together and open the knees up. So this is where you might need blocks or something soft. Just depends on how it's feeling for you in the hips and the groin and the knees. Holding on to the calf. I wonder if I can face you. Holding the calves, or holding the feet, or holding the toes, whatever feels right for you. Inhale here. You might even bounce the knees a little. Just be really careful if you've ever had a groin injury, or if you're really, really flexible in the hips. Just take it easy. If you'd like another forward fold, so the option for you here is to stay where you are here. Or inhale now, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, and then as you exhale, draw the belly in and begin to lean or fold forward. Holding onto the feet, probably if you're folding forward, and keeping again length in the front of the body. Chin drawing in, rather than rounding the spine in this one. And just let the pelvis go, right? Let it go. There is a point where you allow the spine to round. That does shorten the front of the body. It might not feel right for everyone, so just tune into what feels right for you. So you definitely don't need to forward fold in this one to get the benefits of the pose. And really relax the pelvic floor muscles. There's nothing to do here. Just letting go. Sore knees, and you'll walk the feet out further out in front. And that does change the stretch if you're getting curious of your practice. If you want to try something new. And letting go. Keep your awareness in. Just notice if the mind starts to wander off now that we're cooling down and spending a little bit more time in the pose. As is the tendency of the mind to wander off. Just notice if that happens. Catch it in thought. And bring your awareness back to the sensations, the pace of the breath, the sound of your heart. Now slowly, hands to the floor. Inhale again, lengthen, lift, and then exhale, come back. And then give your knees a little hug. So feet to the floor, and maybe give yourself a little hug or a basket pose here. Draw the head into the knees. So you're really rounding your spine. Okay, and we'll begin to come to our seat for meditation. So again, as I mentioned in the beginning of the class, typically the meditation in yoga was done seated. And the reason is we are energetic beings, and the energy channels that converge at the chakras need to be stacked in order for us to optimize the energy body and what we do in the pranayama. So just take a little bit of time. You don't have to cross your legs. You can have the feet out to the sides, straddling a bolster, or even sitting on a chair. But we're looking here for length in the spine. So if it's okay for you, then closing the eyes down. And just like we did before, scan through the body. Notice the parts of the body that are touching the floor. And move your awareness up from the legs into the pelvis. Make any adjustment you need to release the hip flexor, the muscle over the front of the hip. And if you do feel that muscle lifted, you can bring something underneath that can help you. Continue to move your awareness up the back of the body from the base of the spine, from the tailbone, moving your awareness one vertebrae at a time up the spine. Observe the natural curve of the spine in the lower back. In your own time, the middle back, up the neck, and at the base of the skull. Notice the skull sitting on the spine, floating. Move your awareness from the back of the skull to the top of the head, the crown of the head. Inhale, lift the crown of the head up toward the ceiling, lengthening the spine. Exhale, stay and relax the shoulders and the face. Relax the forehead, the cheeks drawing back, the chin drawing in and down. Collarbones lifting with the breath. And the belly moving as it naturally does, in and out with the breath. And bring your awareness into the belly. I'd like you to imagine there's a small flame in the navel region toward the spine. And begin to bring an image of the sun into your mind. And recognize the power of the sun illuminating, creating life and energy. And as you breathe in, bring the life and energy from the sun down your spine and into your belly, into the existing fire that is already there. Actively, with every inhale, feel the sun drawing down through the crown of the head and into the belly to create more luminosity of the fire in your belly. Inhale, bring it down into the belly. And as you exhale, feel the energy move right through your body to each cell in your body. In your own way, the inhale brings the sun down, and your exhale integrates it into each cell of your body. And just notice this process of empowering your body. Existing flame fueled greater with the power and the luminosity of the sun. And while initially there's a little effort in concentrating on this active attention of sun drawing in and integrating throughout, get to a point where you continue this cleansing and empowering without the active concentration. So stay with the focus of the sun coming in, saturating every single cell, absorb in this awareness. And there's nothing else to do. Remain with this awareness of the fire in your belly. This continuously filling your cup with the energy that surrounds you. Illuminating and spreading right through your body. And the solar plexus is the place of our inner fire, our will. It's also where we produce serotonin. So just simply being aware of this space, energizing, also activating the production, the natural functions in the gut, in your solar plexus. And that's the purpose of the practice today. So I just invite you into this reckoning. And you may choose to stay exactly where you are, sitting, or you may now choose to lay down on the floor. Having come to the end of the practice, stimulating your solar plexus, cooling, and deep awareness, the choice is yours to be comfortable where you are or lay down now on your back for your final resting shape Shavasana, which will help you to integrate all of the work that you've done, but appreciate this might be okay for you to stay seated as well, or instead. So if you are moving down to Shavasana, just using a really gentle, calm movement, taking any layers on your body that you might need to be really comfortable and supported. And to really encourage this cooling down now, we're going to practice piercing the moon. So the moon aspect within you, it's opposite to the solar, but it's nighttime and I want to encourage you to cool your body down. So you don't need to force or move anything at all. Just become aware of the breath and the two streams of air, two being the left and the right. The right side corresponds with the left side of the brain, and the left side corresponds with the right side of the brain, which is the feminine and the moon aspect within. So with your awareness on the next inhale, breathe it in through the left side, not forcing, just feeling, and then exhale through the right side. Inhale again through the left side, just through sensation, and exhale through the right side. You don't need to do anything else. Keep doing this. Inhale left, exhale right. You will encourage the right side of your hemisphere, the moon or feminine aspect within. Just through this simple awareness. You can even see the air coming in a couple of inches lower than your nostril on the left side, come in through the nasal passages and cross over the bridge of the nose into the right side of the brain. It's called piercing the moon. You're literally piercing the feminine quality within you. It's not sex, gender related, it's energetic related. Receptive and calm, creative. And just discontinue this now, allowing and just being, accepting the breath at its pace. It's perfect for the moment. There's nothing else you need to do. You might notice your mind wander. And just be kind, notice, and gently bring it back to sensation or focus on the body breathing. And begin to notice the sounds that you hear. Initially hearing sounds in your body and close by. You might even notice the sound as vibration, recognizing it as a frequency of vibration. Moving awareness all around you, observing the different frequencies all around. Now moving your awareness back into your body and begin to deepen the breath. And you notice that frequency shift and change again. Deepening your breath, activating your belly, maybe feeling a little bit more vigor in the heart, like a wave of energy coming into your body. Notice the fingers and the toes tingle with every breath. And begin to move any way that you like to, shifting and moving to lay on your side. You could, of course, stay where you are, or you could stretch. So totally your choice. If you'd like to come back to finish your class seated, now is the time. Coming back to a seated position really slowly if that's something that you choose to do. And just when you get to your seated position, bring the right hand back into the belly and then the left hand into the heart. And let this be your signal, turning your awareness in, noticing how you're feeling in your belly and in your heart space or the chest. But recognizing here the subtle forces at play here in you. And we work with these primarily in yoga, and a lot of people are drawn for the physical practice, but it's really energetic. So it's the solar plexus, the manipura chakra we worked with today. And just connect that energy into the heart space. Just know that it is all connected and the work that we do affects all parts of us. We open our hearts to love and compassion in this practice, initially toward ourselves and our community. And bring your hands together now, palms to touch. And bring the thumbs into the forehead, into the mouth, and down into the heart. So symbolizing the thoughts and the words and the deeds of love and compassion. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me tonight. If you want to hang about and say goodnight or give me any feedback, feel free. Or if you really want to just slip out into the night, you can more than for sure do that too. So we do this every Monday come again. You're now in my spare bedroom, which was the studio last week and bedroom this week. So yeah, why not? Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Nat.
Pleasure.
It was funny when you said to picture the sun in your head.
Yeah.
For some reason, I imagined a snowflake.
Interesting.
And
okay.
then when you said the like sunlight goes through your body and all your cells, I imagine the sunlight on snow crystals.
Oh, wow.
Sparkling. It was quite pretty.
Beautiful. That's amazing. That's like the luminescence
Yeah.
you can bring in.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. I like that one. I might use that one next
Yeah,
time.
you can. And maybe I was thinking that as well, because usually this time of year I'm out skiing.
Yes. Yes. So your cells are probably craving
Yes.
that adrenaline as well from the skiing.
Yep.
Oh, what a shame. But anyway.
Anyway.
You're on the mountain.
Yeah.
Thanks
Exactly.
for sharing.
Thanks, Nat. Good night.
Night. Hope you're feeling okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ellie.
No worries. Have a good night.
See you, Nat.
Thanks, Nat. See ya.
Pleasure. See you next time.
See ya.
Really nice class. Thanks, Nat.
Oh, Maida. So nice to have you on board.
Sunshine.
Pardon?
I'm filled with the sunshine.
Oh, good. Stay with that.
I will.
Yeah, don't go to the darkness. Not now.
No.
Not now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All the best.
Take care. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Mel.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. How are you? You did well to sneak away from the family tonight.
Yes, yeah, finally I think I've found a bit of space in my time to do it, yeah.
Yeah, good. Have you been busy or have you been at home? Like, what's the story?
Just at home, yeah, but we did do a big renovation between lockdowns.
Oh, wow.
Of a rental property of ours, and we were so fortunate to get it done when we did. So we had tenants move out, and we had we sort of renovated for a good solid month, and then luckily